Hello everyone. So after a long time, let us get back to the new topic, that is cherubism. So before we move ahead, very important question, that what is cherubism? Cherubism is a fibro-osseous disorder. That means it is related to the fibrous tissue as well as the bone, and it is an autosomal dominant disease in nature. It is characterized by the expansion in the jaw size. So as you can see in the picture also, there is expansion of the jaw size. The mandible size has expanded so much, even the maxilla has expanded so much. So it is basically a condition in which the bone is going to expand. Now why is it happening? It is happening due to decreased osteoclastic activity. Now you know osteoclasts are the cells, I've already told you, these are the bone resorption cells, okay? They help in resorption of the bone. So whenever these cells, their activity decreases, there will be increase in the size of the bone, because now the cells which are going to lead to destruction are less, they are decreased in number. So obviously the bone formation will increase, and so the bone size will also increase. Moving ahead, this condition is mainly seen in children, and it can also be said as a non-neoplastic lesion of the bone which commonly occurs in the jaw region. So you can see there is this bilateral expansion of the jaw region which can be seen. It affects both maxilla and mandible. Moving ahead, what is the main cause of cherubism? So the main cause is due to the mutation of the SH3BP2 gene, which is present on chromosome number 4p16. Okay, so this is the main cause that is responsible for the cherubism. Moving ahead, what are the clinical features? So the clinical feature has a chronology here. If you see, at the time of the birth of the child is going to be completely normal. There is no deformity or any abnormality in the child. But at the age of 3 to 5 years, the expansion of the jaw will start increasing. Okay, there will be a rapid expansion of the jaw which will happen around the age of 3 to 5 years. Then what will happen? This expansion will continue till the age of 12 years, and finally it will stop at the age of 12 years. As soon as the child reaches the age of 12 years, this expansion is going to stop here. And now at the third decade of life, again the resorption of the bone will start, and this condition comes back to a normal condition. So at the time of the birth, the child is completely normal. Then till 3 to 12 years, I can say the expansion is taking place. Major expansion takes place from 3 to 5 years, but it goes up to 12 years. Now at 12 years, the expansion will stop, and finally at the age of third decade of life, the regression will start. Then other clinical feature is due to the growth of the maxilla and the mandible, it can lead to some respiratory problems, impaired vision, and hearing can be seen. The lymph nodes are going to get enlarged, and very characteristic and a very important feature, that is eye to the heaven appearance, can be seen. So this is eye to the heaven appearance you see in the picture. So this is what eye to the heaven appearance is seen like, and this is the most characteristic and phenomenon feature. Moving ahead to some oral manifestations. So orally you will see that there will be displacement of the tooth, early exfoliation of the primary tooth, there will be delayed eruption of the secondary tooth, rotation of the teeth will be there, and there will be absence of the second and the third molar of the mandible region, and intraoral swelling of the alveolar ridge can also be seen. So these are some of the clinical features or the oral manifestations seen in patients. Now the whole of the cherubism has been divided into 3 grades, okay? Grade 1, 2 and 3. Now grade 1 is only going to involve both the side of the ascending ramus of the mandible. So I hope you know what is the ramus of the mandible. This region is the ramus of the mandible. So it is going to involve both the sides of the ascending ramus of the mandible. In grade 2, there will be involvement of both the maxillary tuberosity as well as the ascending ramus. In grade 3, the whole of the maxilla and the mandible is going to get involved. These are some of the radiographic features. You can see that the bone is completely perforated and destroyed, and it has actually expanded, okay? So the size have increased, the shape is increased, and also there is perforation which can be seen. This is bilaterally enlarged face you can see. So what do we see in the radiographic feature? There will be bilateral expansion of the jaw. There will be this floating teeth syndrome or the floating tooth syndrome. So here you see there are some unerupted tooth. As I told you in the oral manifestation also, that there is going to be early exfoliation and delayed eruption of the secondary teeth, and these secondary teeth here are embedded and they feel like there is floating tooth syndrome. Coming to the next feature, the ground glass appearance is seen because of the tightly compressed trabecular pattern. Now coming to the histological aspect, if we see about the histology of this particular cherubism, you will see that there are going to be multinucleated giant cells. You see, these are some of the multinucleated giant cells which can be seen. Other than that, the spindled mononuclear cells can be seen in the background. There can be hemorrhage and eosinophilic fibrinous material which can be seen. Moving ahead, you will see that there is replacement of the bone by the fibrous tissue. So this is the fibrous tissue which is going to replace whole of the bone. Then again, multinucleated giant cells and a lot of blood vessels can be seen. So replacement of the bone by the fibrous tissue, highly fibroblastic activity with blood vessels, collagen fibers and the multinucleated giant cells can be seen. Coming to the treatment, as I just told you, this is a non-neoplastic condition. That means it is not going to harm the patient in any aspect. But yes, if we see cosmetically, it is not going to be really beautiful, right? So just if you have to go for the appearance wise, aesthetic wise, if we have to treat the patient, we can go for a surgery if the patient needs a surgery. Otherwise, no treatment is needed. This was all about cherubism. I hope the video was useful to you. Do share your comments and reviews in the comment section and like the video and share this with your friends. Thank you.